Ah, our president is ready to talk. Oh. So bad. So bad. Welcome back, welcome back. You guys are always crying, saying they hurt them, hurt them. Who are they hurt? Who are leave me? Oh. Welcome back, welcome back. Keep joining, keep joining. I'm bringing our Apple president back now, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, we don't show. As I say yes, so we know the look who she face. Me, I don't tell for all this guy. We dey suffer day and night, we dey work for money. They go do you anyhow, like say they don't mean anything. If you compare them with shit, they go they talk anyhow. Baby, please stop talking anyhow. Babe, you didn't cut me the house. We go make man can say our muscle don't shift. If we talk about marriage, they go carry face. Please, where is our Apple president? Relax. He will off his phone and on it back. You the house so bad. Okay, our president is here. It's going now. Roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. I said it, I'm bringing our president here. I said it, I'm bringing our president, and as I said it, that is the way it is, because I never fail. Jesus is alive. So, my brothers and my sisters, we have our current Nigeria community president here live with us now. Tell a friend to join now, okay? So, please, just a money question show with Don Zubby, and before I go in with you, and in the conversation I have with you, please, our topic for today goes this way. If you have opportunity to become Nigeria ambassador in diaspora, what do you think it can change?
Hello? Is it a question to me, or you are still on the topic with other people?
No. Now you have to answer the topic. You have to answer the question. Is my morning show topic? I normally have my topic every morning. So please kindly introduce yourself. After introduce yourself and where you're calling us from, you can now speak to the topic. After the topic, we can now go into the conversation with you, sir.
Okay, exactly. That's what I thought too. My names are Chukwujekwu Ejike Festus. Okay, I'm the current President General of Nigerian Community, Russia. So I'm speaking from Moscow.
Okay, Mr. Chukwujekwu, the current President of Nigeria Community, calling us from Moscow. God bless you for joining us. Please, just a money question show with Don Zubby. If you have opportunity to become a Nigeria ambassador in diaspora, what do you think it can change?
Number one, if I have the opportunity to become ambassador, number one, you must accept it. You see, it's not that if you have the opportunity, number one thing is that sometimes people don't know what they want. To be an ambassador, you must accept it because they are sending you. It's like maybe the country or you are sending you. So, number one, are you going to accept it? Is it your wish? And why are you going there?
Okay.
Now, when you go there, not only in Russia, but any country of the world, when you get there, number one, you have to seek your people first. You have to see your people, see the president for approval. And when you are approved, then you have to see your people.
Okay.
So now, from there, you will know the facts of existing problems. What is going on? What are the problems? concerning your people, because the problem of other country may be different from your own country, man, in a particular country. Not the same problem we Nigerians have here. And in UK, they have their own problem too. In India, they have their own problem. In China, they have their own problem. So you have to look into it. It's not a matter of maybe signing a document or sending a papers for Nigeria for you to sign and fulfill what they told you based on the ministry or the president demand. But based on knowing the existing problem of that country, he showed now how are we going to approach this problem? How are we going to tackle them? So in doing those things, you may not see all immediately. You may not see all. You see, just like I hear a lot of things, but we will come into those questions that people are saying different things, and some people are emotional because of their complaining. So now you can never come immediately and see the whole problem. Anybody that come into any society or any organization and see the whole problem immediately, I don't think that person is sincere. Okay. You have to start first and know the purpose of your coming. What is that? To build a relationship between your country and that hosting country. And how are you going to do it? There are some things that we know your country knows with, and there are some things that hosting country also knows with. It depends. It depends on if you may be technology, it may be science, it may be education, it may be culture, different things. It may be industry. You discover it that what are those things that also that is here that we are lacking? What are those things that we have and here they are lacking it too? That's where the relationship will come in. Then you need to look for the people who will use to implement those, because as a leader, you cannot see it. You can't see it, you can't do it, because if you're a leader, try to solve all those local problems. Like sometimes you may see some Nigeria, they said, president, they want to bring maybe some issue. There are some issues that relate to like welfare. There are some issues that relate to different departments. As a leader, you must have time for new ideas to drive in. Okay. But if you try to solve the existing problem and try to do it by yourself, you will fail. You will not do it. You will not fulfill it. So when you start all those things, the problem will be coming out. The more problem you are solving, the more problem are coming out. That is development. That is growth. So if I'm the ambassador for it, I will start and look for how to build this relationship. And there are things that we lack, we can bring into the hosting country, and also things that the hosting country lack, we can also bring from our own country. And now the existing people concerning our countrymen, our citizens in that hosting country. Then based on meeting with them and chatting with them, you will now know exactly what and what to do. Why doing all those things? You have already fulfilling the assignment while you are sending there. So it's not just something that I'm going there now to deal with this particular person or deal with this particular. No, when you get there, you will see a lot of issues and problems. Like now, the world system have changed automatically. After this lockdown now, as you are going out in the street now, you can't expect life to be the same like before. So people need to buckle up, they need to grow, they need to upgrade themselves. Because there must be another problem, not the problem I solve. Even me as an ambassador now or as a president, the next president we face, he will face a different problem based on the system we are approaching. So all those things is very important for a leader to see it. Now, why is important as an ambassador, as a leader? You have to see it ahead and they create avenue and strategy how to manage it and prevent it. Not solving it, because you may not have the strength to solve them. Okay. So that is it. Thank you very much. I don't know whether maybe I answer your question. Eh? Thank you.
Okay. You have contributed your own part of it. What you do if you have the opportunity to become Nigeria ambassador. Answer one more question before we shift from that place. Do you think the current ambassador is doing well? Do you think he's doing well?
Marvelously. He's doing extremely well. Marvelously. He's doing extremely well, because I see many comments, and because they are not there, you know, me as a president, I know just like somebody who is far, say that, oh, the president is not doing something, is not, he can say it. It's a human emotion. People can say because they are far. because you can't solve the whole problem. Like now, those who are close to him, they know that he's doing marvelously well.
Sir,
Number one,
can you tell us
yes?
one thing can you tell us one thing when he don't do? Can you tell us one thing where the ambassador don't do? Because
Okay.
everybody keeps saying that he's doing well, he's doing well. Can you tell us
No.
one thing or two things where he don't do?
The ambassador.
Yes.
Based on what area? Is it among Nigerians or based as a nation for the Nigerian and Russia?
Among the Nigerians that live here in Russia. Among the Nigerians that live here in Russia.
Okay. Number one, ambassador, if you are close with the embassy, sometimes ago, many Nigerians to approach or maybe solve their problem in embassy, it's like they are going to a foreign land. You know, embassy is like our home in Russia.
Okay.
So this ambassador is open to every Nigerian. It's open. And every organization, if you invite him, he come to you. If you talk to him, if you ask any question, he answer you, and they also give you advice and solution, which is not always common with the farmers.
Someone asked a question and said, do you need to be close to your leader before you feel what he's doing?
You don't need. Thank you very much. I love this question. You don't need to be close to your leader. You don't need. You don't need. What you need is the what? You need to express your need, opinion, feeling, whatsoever. Anywhere you are. If you are in Siberia, you may not need to close to me or come to Moscow to meet me and telling me, but you can send a message. Now, if the message could not be able to reach, there are rules. Like now, if you are in St. Petersburg, you couldn't reach embassy or one thing or the other. You can go through Nigerian community. If you couldn't reach the central executive, there are Nigerian community there. It's not necessary you must meet or reach to the main person you want. So that is why we need Nigeria. Number one is to educate most of Nigeria and inform them about the importance of also associating with the local communities and the sub-community in the region where you are located. So it's very important because you make most of them to lack information. There are many Nigerians. The problem is not all about money. It's not all about maybe the document of. There are a lot of people here who live in Russia, don't have document. Even the former Soviet Union citizens, and even our labs, they don't have documents. I'm very close. I work with them in different areas. I'm very active in Russia in different areas, academy, both social activities. So most of the problem, they need to be informed, to just to educate them. You know, it's not a matter of sometimes what they say or what they see is really the problem. Well, after you have met with them, some of them, after I have talked with them, and they now get to understand that really there is another approach. And they follow it and the problem is solved. But when you are far, you may emotionally, and also you are meeting some people who are emotionally too. They will join you and put you more far, but you have not solved the problem. Well, if you meet the right people, and they will sometimes solve it for you. It may depend on any kind of problem. Some they may not have what sort it takes, but they may also give you some important and valuable advices. So all those things is very, very important. We need to put them in consideration.
Someone comments here. I say that nothing is working in all Nigeria embassy in worldwide. Do you believe that? He said nothing is working in all Nigeria embassy in worldwide. Do you believe that?
Actually, I don't believe it, Pasha. I don't believe it. Yeah, I don't believe it. Yeah,
Whoa,
there are not
go ahead.
Worldwide. He said worldwide. Number one, I don't know what exactly is happening in the London, in Canada, or in India. We have foreign missions. We have missions there. And also in Moscow here, just like he said, nothing is working. Like now, 2 days ago, I was in embassy, and I saw some students who came to do their passport. They just came, and immediately they just, that did, and they collected it, and they find their way. So the two students, even from Belarus, they came and they do their passport, and they find their way. So you see, some people also, their request did not make that day. They told them tomorrow. So you see, and some people, other document, authentication of their Malay certificate, they want to Malay. I was there. Sometimes I go there without informing anybody. Just sit down, monitor what is happening. Some people from other cities, they may not even know me. but I was approaching and say, how are you doing? What is their problem? And also connecting to them. So people don't know about all the, but they are working, but not all departments. There are other departments too. And there are issues. Maybe 100 issues or problems, and they solve 50. Maybe that 50, they may be weaker ones who are not aggressive, but the other 50, they may be emotional, the most aggressive, and they may make a wider, maybe, let's just take it, okay, try to create awareness, just because they did not meet that need at that moment, but not that they rejected it, but they are satisfying the solution. So there are some things you need to put in consideration. Understand? So
okay,
in Nigeria.
Sir. Okay, sir. We can move on now. We can move on to why we are here now. Okay. I think you have explained your part on that. You are not the ambassador. So anytime we bring the ambassador in this platform, we have so many questions to ask this young man. I have been saying this. Okay. So, sir, please, how long have you been in Nigeria community president? How long have you been in Nigeria community president for now? How long?
Since 2014. This is my second tenure. We are landing up second tenure.
6 years now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. No, November 15, 2014. That's when we are voting in our from the first tenure and the second tenure. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sir. Another question is this: do you think you do more work than the present than the past president? Do you think you do more better than him? And tell us one or two things you do.
Oh, actually, you can't say that you do better than them, because number one, the system they live in is not the same system we are living. And the law of the country and the law of our own nation, or both our government, is not the same. And number three, the number of Nigerians then, now they have a lot of Nigerians. And also, during their time, they have more students. They have few businessmen, very few. We cannot even know, just very few. And then now we say there are a lot of people, they are not even students, they are just, we call them the way we normally call them, hustlers. They just come to find their greener pasture. So, you see, there are factors you need to consider. So, somebody who is crying mountain for 100 meters, and somebody who is crying going down a valley for 100 meters, they are not the same. They are not the same, because they spend extra energy and strength. But you cannot just consider a person just because of a weakness. Because a dent in aloe has nothing to do with his performance in a battlefield. You just say a dent, you can clean it. It's an aloe. When you clean the dent, you still perform. So, former presidents, for me to say maybe they didn't do well, I must appreciate that the organization, the community I'm leading, which is the mother umbrella of the whole Nigerians living in Russia, irrespective of your city, your religion, your background, your status, your academic, and whatsoever, is the mother umbrella. And any other organization is under it. Now, these people, they started it. Even before the time of Soviet Union, they have different names, which is more or less like a student. But now, since the Nigerian community established 2000, since the year 2000, there are different life in this society. There are different laws. So now, they have keeping this organization from one president to another. So you coming now, it's just like somebody planted the seed.
I'm coming for that.
Another person come and water it. The other person now, we come and plug and the harvest. You are plugging the harvest, doesn't mean that you are the best. But some people dig the ground. They dig that ground and they plant that seed. So you have to consider those things. As a leader who have tested leadership, as general leader, not just departmental leader, or maybe you are leader of a culture, woman, or student, or what, but a general leader, you need to consider some factors, because all those things is what also you need to put into consideration. I cannot say that they did best more than me. I cannot say that I did best more than them. But there are some things, is people will say that, oh, this present leadership, he done a lot. And there are some things that in the past they could not be able to achieve, he achieved it. They know it's people.
Okay, now, that is the question I asked. Can you tell us
in my own opinion,
you do? Can you tell us one or two things you do since your 6 years in the office?
Okay, thank you very much. When I came in to this position and they took
answer. There is so many comments here. Someone asked you, sir, why is it that your team as the NCR, was it a one-man leadership? Why did you work alone?
Okay.
I'm reading the question one by one, please.
Yeah. Okay. Number one.
Why do you work alone? That is the last comment.
Now, which one are you going to ask? Is it the first question? What have I achieved? I will start from there.
I don't know. Okay. What have you?
Okay,
Can you tell us?
Yeah, I will start from there.
One or two things you have achieved. So many questions here. Please, guys. Sir, hold on, please. Please, guys. Take them easy now. I'm gonna take them easy so that we can hear everything he's saying now. If you tell me to read this comment, how many am I going to read? Sir, please tell us one or two things you have achieved in your office for 6 years, please.
When I came in first, I realized that Nigerians here, we have different talent, and we need to create opportunity for all this. So there are departments for sports culture, there are students, there are welfares. Now, to approach all those things, we need to create a platform where this organization is supposed to work, and we need to legalize this entity. Nigerian community will realize that we did not have a legal or legitimate status in Russia. It's just like Nigerians meeting together. So maybe the former leaders, they have tried it, but they couldn't achieve it. But when I came in, we pursue it. After 1 year, 2004, then 2015, we achieve it. It's a big achievement. It's a big achievement. It's a great move for many who knows it, what transpires. And we got this community registered. Now it became a legal entity, not just a private company, but an NGO. It's not a common process. It's not a small process. We go a lot of things, and we achieve it. This is the first present administrator under my leadership. Then that is when now you can now approach the authority. Who are you, and what are you doing? Through this now, and your rules and regulation, you can now approach certain things. So another thing we achieve, we talk of, I just say about passport now. Nigerians in Russia can be proud that now you can go to embassy and do your passport. During my first tenure, before we came into the leadership, you will see that most of the challenges they are talking now is not the problem the Nigerians are facing then. The problem they are facing then, mostly, the document issue is the passport. You must have passport first before talking of document. If you want to get any document, anywhere they ask you, who are you? Where are you from? Okay, where's your document? What are you going to present? You present your passport. But many people, their passport have expired and they can't go to Nigeria to do it, to renew it. Even most of the stakeholders, even some elders who have their children here. So it's a problem, it's a challenge, to the extent that most of the Nigerians, they want to protest. We have a lot of meetings with the then head of mission in embassy. It's a serious issue then. Anybody that 2014, 13, and all those who are, it's a serious issue then. Affect everybody. And my first present executive, the formal executive in the first tenure, we put effort together and they make it happen. And that's why you can come to embassy now, you see immigration attaché, they talk, everybody talk about. It is through the leadership of Nigerian community that brought those people permanently here. Because not just come and go. And the consular will continue taking care of all those things, but they brought them permanently. And since then, many people who have been following other foreign missions, what is happening maybe in the UK, in Canada, in Germany, issue of passport, people fighting and all those things, it never happened here. It never happened. Even if there is a delay, within 1 week, everything is sorted out. Even in this lockdown, there's a time the machine had problem and they have to immediately by DHL and demand it, and they have to send it from Nigeria. And now it's already on function. So there are many things, other things we have achieved in terms of social assistance and the other thing. But these two things, as you say, one or two things, These two things is just what I mentioned. But there are other things also we have already put in practice, which the upcoming leadership, they may continue on it.
Okay, sir.
To finish
Let
it
me
up,
read
yeah.
this. Let me read this comment for you. Dino Makanaki said that what impact you have done in the life of Nigeria here in Russia Federation since you become Nigeria community president. What impact?
When you actually, I will start. Before I became the president, before I even became the president, I have impacted many Nigerians. Not only Nigeria, Africans, because I'm also leading African Association of Africans too. So I have impacted many Africans, many Nigerians. Number one, it's not all about, I didn't so much believe until you have money, you will solve people's problem. No. When I come into this country, there is a misconception of many Africans, not only Nigerians. You must do this thing, you must follow this path and make this way and do it. But it's a long way of achieving success and making whatsoever. I said, but you can still work hard and do something. So what did I do? I decided to find a way to encourage these people. What I do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I go around in the metro many years before I even became the president. Just go around the metro, anywhere I meet black, I encouraging them, speaking to them. Anywhere I speak to them, encouraging them, and helping them to organize themselves. It's just like a ministry, it's like a mission, humanitarian. And many people through this program got a job. Many, even some maybe even watching now. Some were organized. Some even try to put themselves in order because they have missed the track. So before I even come to the leadership, so coming to the leadership, number one, you have to look for and discover what are the needs. Why did you come there? Why did you come there? Is it come there to show yourself so that people will see you as the president? Or maybe to lure the people? Why did you come there? Did you really love these people? You must love the people that you want to lead. You can't lead the people that you don't love. So I have been loving, have passion for my people before coming to the leadership. Now, in my leadership, there are problems, but you must find the foundation, the root of this problem. Now, what are the root of this problem? I discovered that there is a division, and that division comes from among some elderly ones who have been here for so many years among themselves. Maybe those who have been like maybe 30 years, 20-something years, all those elders. Not because maybe they did something bad against, but because of class. Maybe you are seeing money and well-educated, I speak Google, I need to arrange myself more than you, all those different classes. And this thing have blood division. They can't come together, but they need somebody who will be a bridge for you, put yourself down for them to mash you on you so that they can come together. So I need to work on this. So working on this, you need to bring Nigerians together. I remember there are some organizations I approached in the first place because of the misconception and the information they have before and their mindset towards the community in the past. They didn't know that things are changing, but we need to approach them in a way.
Whoa!
We need to approach.
Sir, someone said that, sir, I must say with all due respect that you are not a perfect leader. Oh.
Of course, you are right. The person is right. You can never be a perfect leader. I love it. He just give me a loan. The person give me a loan so that for me to realize that I am not God. The only perfect leader is God. So if you say you're a perfect leader, you are making a mistake. You must have a weak hole. You can never be a perfect leader. That's why some people say about ambassador, some things, and also I say the opposite side. You see, so in every leadership there is, anywhere you are, don't ever work to be a perfect leader. You can never. The only person who have that perfect is the only God. That is the place of God. So the person, I think the person is light. You can never be perfect, but you can do better. You can grow. You can correct your mistake. So I think that person is light. So there is nothing bad on it. And I like it. Thank you very much for that comment. Yeah.
Okay, okay, sir. Please, what can you say about the Nigeria that's in deportation camp? What can you say about that? Because so many of them say that they are calling in both the Organization of Nigeria Community and the embassy. They are calling in, they are writing messages, they are writing letters. No one is responding to them. What can you say about that?
Actually, the deportation camp, Nigerians who are in deportation camp, we are putting a lot of effort to assist them as we can. And the many Nigerians have been contributing, both executive. We have our legal advisors who are also doing well in that area. We have other Nigerians who are assisting in solving those problems. But we, even the embassy, there is a time the embassy and the central executive of Nigerian community, we took it responsibility and went to the deportation camp where Nigerians are. They were kept then, almost 18 peoples, 18, both boys and girls. And that when we make that move, we receive a lot of calls and warning and threatening, even from outside Russia. But we did not give up. We keep on pushing because some people feel that maybe why did we expose those people? Because we went there and saw the issue. Now we came and passed the message to our people. We receive a lot of threatening because anytime you are doing humanitarian work, don't expect that everybody will love what you are doing.
Okay.
You may be follow some problem or issue. At the end, you realize that the root cause of that thing may be the person that even staying with you. It may be the person that's always with you in your back and saying, go on, go on, go on. So that is life. So we discover it, but we are helping them a lot. But those who thought that maybe Nigerian community is not paying attention, maybe there are some reasons. Maybe those people, the Russian government have decided that they are going home. They just need pay your ticket and go, which I have tried also. I call some. And the Russian, only if they can provide their ticket, they can go. But there are some cases you can still work it out. Maybe you consult a lawyer or some interpreters and agent based on their professionals. They can meet and they will bring you back and give you time to prepare yourself and go. And when they came out, they continue their life in the city. So those people, when they call them again, you see that when they shake in computer, they have called them before, they will not leave them again for this second time. So there are many reasons why some of them they are there. So sometimes, not that they are putting effort. Nigerians, they are putting effort to help these people. Executives, they are putting the welfare, the legal advice, they are putting effort also. Embassy too, even though it may be little, because sometimes there are some who call me, maybe they need a paper from me, but which I follow up, and they did. So sometimes it's not because of maybe because of one person or emotion, we condemn the whole thing and the entire work or people are doing. No. We have to be sincere. For me as a leader, as a central leader and the general leader, because everything I know what goes on in every side, which other department, other people may not see. They speak on their own side. Yeah, they speak on the, but I'm the central person, so I know what's coming, I know how this goes.
Okay, sir. Sir, let me read this comment for you, sir. Ejike said that, sir, I ask again. He said, I ask again, sir, why is it that you work alone, one-man leadership? It's a question from Ejike. Ejike says that, let me read it again. I ask again, sir, why is it that you work alone, one-man leadership?
Okay, you say somebody just came in. Somebody came in before me, right? Somebody came in before me. There is a man who spoke under the umbrella of Nigerian Community Executive. Like, who is that person?
Yeah, that is chairman.
What did he say? Is it a member or executive?
I don't know. You know, he introduced himself as one of the people that work in your government. So I don't know. This question goes to you, sir.
So yeah, that's why I try to, you know, to maybe the person too. Sometimes when people ask questions, you need to also to remind them of what's already happened. So I think that person is not close to the Nigerian community. Yeah, it's not close to the Nigerian community. You can't walk alone. One tree cannot make a forest. You can be a big tree, but you can never make a forest. A forest is made up of many trees. So I don't walk alone. We have a team. Even last night we just have a meeting with my executive. We are working. So I don't work alone. It's not possible. It's not possible. If I work alone, that's why we have welfare. Many people leash Nigerian community through welfare. Many people also leash Nigerian community through the student affairs. Many people leash Nigerian community through sports and social affairs. It depends on the how. Most of the times, how the officers represent themselves. Just like now, ambassador of Nigeria here, he's representing the president of Nigeria. So if you want to present the country positively, it depends on what he did, what he's going to do, and how we approach things here. So that is how people see Nigeria. So most of the times people said, oh, Nigeria, but you can put the place to be light to present the good image of your people or what you want from your people. So most of the times it depends on how all these officers and how they present themselves, how they present the leadership, how they present their work or the organization. That's why people make this kind of comment. Because if I maybe a welfare officer, somebody call me, maybe I pass a message to him. I don't need to take his office or go there. Maybe he present that thing on him is the one that doing it. People can come up with all those things. Maybe the secretary of welfare and he representing Nigerian community or under the forum or whatsoever, and the presenting as if it's the one that is doing it. A wise person will know that this kind of person maybe is not a good team player. A wise person. But emotional person can say, oh, you are doing a great job. Oh, leave only you alone, only you alone. So it's not because the leader is silent. No. It's just a wisdom in leadership to carry everybody along.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So another question for you. Someone say, please, bro Zubby, ask him this question. What about someone in prison? In the prison, which help are they giving them? You know.
Yeah. We have done a lot to many who are in the prison, and we are still doing. As I said, the former person that asked question, those in the prison now, what are the help? Number one, the help they have, they need to come out there first. Now, how are they going to come out? Maybe the Russian authority give condition. They are going to come out based on their case and prepare maybe and go home and put their documents in order. Or maybe they will come out from there, but to go straight, maybe to deport them. Some people are there, they have not decided, but they need some food and the material help, of which also Nigerian community will assist based on the resources that are made available for the community. And also a lot of people who have been doing Nigerians, even most of our people who are there are a lot of people who are doing, who have businesses here, who are helping people in the deportation camp. So it's not only all about the central executive, no. People have been doing great, many people. You can talk of them even from the different organizations, both Edo, both Igbo community or Duduwa. They are doing great, even individual. Like Afro Shop, there is a time he took it as a responsibility, go to deportation camp, sending help to them. There are individuals, even Nigerians, even Minimart and sent through other people. There are our welfare, we have welfare Dr. Nze. They have different ways in document. There are some people, Dr. Tony, the legal advisor and Julius. And because of this, sometimes they offend many people. There are some approach, they need maybe some financial assistance to put those people out. In the course of it, they offend many people. So it's a price of volunteer service. And there are other people, Nigeria, you may not mention, even individual, they are doing great. They may not go there, but they have assisted many people. Even when you cut off the young people, our young men that carry young people are like non-so them, and the many I cannot mention, so that I will not offend many people. So you see, there are people who are doing well, try to carry Nigerians along. Me as a leader, I see it, I observe it. So when people, maybe somebody who have not gotten such help or assistance he needs, why is he? He will be crying and saying many things. Some call me, and what they said, what they told me is different thing from what is really happening or what the officers there told me. So they were crying with emotion, saying different. But when you approach them, try to talk with the officer, they are saying it's a different thing entirely. So all those things sometimes is a factor we need to consider, because most of the time people emotionally present their case but you need to balance it. Don't just go because of the first impression. You need to consider, you need to balance it. So it's very important as a leader, because if you don't do it, you don't know how to control your emotion or listen to every critique or what people say, you can never go far. You will use the strength to fight in and try to defend yourself, and at the end you see that you've done nothing.
Okay, okay.
Thank
So
you.
another question for you. Someone said that, sir, how can you say that you are working when the people you are working for are not feeling the impact of your work? It mean you are not working, sir.
Just like in every system, there are different groups and locations. Don't expect to cover everything. Don't expect to impress everywhere just because you want to impress it, and they made a lot of mistakes, and at the end you will not achieve anything. You must pick up a particular area, the most needful, and follow it up. The most needful is not because of based on your interest or relationship. No. It may be maybe the most needful now may be in St. Petersburg. While you are solving it, there are issues again in the Ekaterinburg. You may not even get there, but you may find somebody to assist. Not necessarily that you will be there. Maybe they want you to be there. It may be not possible. It may not be possible, but you may send somebody from there even to represent. So when somebody is saying they are not feeling the impact, I think the person may be light, because like Russia is a very big society. It's bigger than Africa, bigger than Europe, if I can say bigger than China. There are cities you go by flight here with 7 hours just on flight. So you see, it's a very big system, a very big society. So some people who are from other cities, they'll be commenting based on their problem and issue. You may not be there at the same time and be here, but you can reach someone to assist. And not necessarily that you will solve all the problem. You can do what you can, then leave the nest for other people. And that is why I say that officers, there are many people I cannot reach, but my officers can reach them. So the person, if you don't feel the impact, it depends on the problem the person has. It depends on the problem the person has. So maybe the problem he has is something that can be solved, or maybe the approach they have used that make the issue not to achieve or the problem not to be solved or whatsoever. We can use another different approach, but it depends on also the problem. So, thank you.
Okay, so this person, I don't think this person is. Someone said that people are helpless, but ambassador are not doing anything for them. As in, someone said that people are helpless, but ambassador are not doing anything to help for them. As in, it's trying to say that people are having issues, so many issues, but our ambassador here is not doing anything, sir. So what can you say about that?
Number one, I think we have talked. We have raised the issue of embassy, ambassador, and but also as a person who are part of the leaders caucus concerning Nigerians affair. There are many things that the Nigerians, our citizens, do not see, but we do see. So what I will say concerning that, I will ask those people first, when did you come to this country? Have you ever identified with any organization at all? Because one thing, we need to ask them questions. You can't just, maybe somebody came in now. There are many people I met. I said, have you ever identified with any organization, whether a student or sub-regional organization or whatsoever, Edo, Enyim, Bibo community, or Hanese, whatsoever? Have you ever identified with any organization at all? He says, sir, no. You know, this country is, I'm just trying to find out. Well, that's why you find it difficult. Now, when you have a problem, you come with emotion, try to want the problem to be solved in one day immediately. No, identify with your organization. Number one, there are many issues you can solve there. There are many issues can be solved there through your sub-regional organizations. So when you approach them, they have a leader. If they can't do it now, they approach Nigerian community. There is the officers who related to different areas. If they can approach the leader, the president. If something that beyond the committee that you need the embassy, then you can go to the embassy. And I tell you, anything that go through this kind of process, there must be a solution. But the problem is that when they jump in, they don't recognize their own sub-regional organization. They don't recognize their people who are with them. They don't recognize the community. They just jump in to try to solve those. They have problem because number one, there are a lot of things. They may try to doubt many things you said, but when you come through somebody who they recognize, why not? Like those people now, like Nigerian community now, we didn't enter or register Nigerian community money. It's a free. Just you're a Nigerian, come register and pay your dues. You don't pay any money to register Nigerian.
Sorry, you mean you cannot? It's a free membership. You cannot pay if you want to become a part of Nigerian community.
Nigerian community, you don't need to pay money to register. I'm the president. I say you don't need to pay money to join Nigerian community. You are a Nigerian community. Come up and come out and join Nigerian community and pay your yearly dues. Just yearly dues. Every year you pay your yearly dues. Every year, once a year, which is 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. And these dues, and these dues also you have your ID card that identify you as a Nigerian, as a member. It's just to, just to take a responsibility, not something that because maybe they tax you to be a member or to register you. No, it's just that you are doing something, just like you're a student. You must go to class, you must buy books, textbook, either you hire or you pay. It's a responsibility for you to achieve something, also supporting the organization that also helping you. How are they going to work? How are we going to make it to carry people or carry most of the problems? So most of the time, people don't look at all those things. They look at their needs. One former American president said, don't think of what you do for America, what America will do for you. Think of what you do for America too. So when I come in, I always think of how am I going to contribute to the life of people and the society. That's what is driving me. And that's why I'm in leadership. I did not go there maybe because I have money by power. No, I serve. I'm contributing from the society. Suddenly, people commend me. And they see, oh, why not this person go for? That is how I come where I am now. And I'm still doing it because I'm going again to the higher level. So when all these people, when they make this kind of comment, we need to ask them this question. Have you ever identified with Nigeria? Where are you from? Okay, I'm from maybe Igbo. We have Igbo community. Have you identified with them? No, I don't like them. That is where the problem is. That is how you can't solve your problem. Now, from Edo, there is the Edo community. My vice president, his husband is the president of Edo community, and they are doing great. So now, have you identified with them? No, you want to do it on your own. Why can't you go identify with them? There are some issues now. When they call me, even if I'm tired, I will still do it just because they call me. But individual, I can say, wait, give me time to solve other things. But when they call me, like my welfare, the vice president, the member of executive, they call me, I will react immediately just because this so person in this capacity call me on behalf of his people. And our welfare, our legal advisor, if you approach them as a Nigerian and Africa, on their own professional area, they can solve your problem and charge you as a professional. But if you come through the organization, they can call and say, please, this is our brother. Now, he will respect the person that called him. Say, because of him, he now find a solution to make it easy for the people. The same way in embassy. Ambassador, as I'm talking now, I can call His Excellency. If any issue now, I call him, you pick my call anytime. So he will now say, okay, no problem. I'll call the minister, I'll call the consul, this also. Some people are there having issue, they call me, or they call the welfare call me. That is how the system works. But when you try to dismantle it and do things on your own, you can't solve it. And when it became difficult for you, you see that you begin to complain. And what you are complaining is not necessary. A wise person will listen to you, but he will still advise you to follow the light track. Understand? Because it's free. It's not something that they reject you. Like me now, for me, any Nigeria, you can call me anytime. Any Nigeria, call me anytime. In the night, in the morning, in the midnight, no limit. My wife knows it. Since I took over the leadership in the first tenure, I make it clear to them. I said, I'm ready to serve you. Call me if you can reach me. Morning, night, day, midnight, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., I will pick your call. If I didn't come there, I will give you an advice. But I will never say, please, don't call me, I'm sleeping. But after this service, people will know that I value time too, and my wife too value time. But because of this service, it's my commitment to every Nigeria. Call me anytime. I'll answer you. If you have a problem, I call ambassador. Ambassador never reject my call. And the most of the requests, unless it's not there, we may direct how to do it. Unless something that will not find solution immediately. So because people did not follow the light way and they're following the same group, they're having some maybe problem, the same issue off and on, and they now start blaming maybe the community central leadership or maybe the embassy. But let them try this process and said, I call this so time and this did not work. I approach this, Have you identified with the organization? Okay, you are from Edo. Have you identified with them? Because they are doing great. This lockdown, many communities, subcommunities, they did a lot of great jobs. Many passed those from what they did to me. I follow it up. I see a lot. Edo, Igbos, Yoruba, they did a lot. Even students from not only Moscow but cities that give room to many people to come into the organization. You see, but some before they don't want to identify, but the problem have now bring them in. Don't wait for the problem. Be part of it, the problem solver. So that's the most of the important thing that we need to be encouraging them, to informing them. Because sometimes people can assist you based on relationship. Not only issue or problem can be solved based on obligation. As a president now, there are some issues that I can solve based on obligation because I'm the president, I'm mandated. It's in Nigeria, which is official. But there are some issues you need to put yourself in that shoes, or because this person you have been seeing in the meeting, and this person, the leader of his society or organization he belongs, has called you about this issue. Now you are throwing your weight. There are many people I throw my weight in their issue, in their problem, just because somebody I respect in the organization step in. So I have to honor it. But individually, I can solve it as I can, just obligation, because it's just official duty. You know, it's very important. But sometimes people don't understand, don't pay attention on it. There are many things in Russia. I can stay in my house and make a call. I can be here and make a call. Different office and just call them and say, please, they send it. Just because of relationship. But many people will follow the queue. They will follow the queue and to solve it and stay there hours and the hours and they will follow the play. They will tell you, no, they have to wait, they have to wait. Of course. That's why it's good to follow. You know, when you are helping your leaders and your leader is growing by your help. So all this is very important. Iron sharpeneth iron. We work with a teamwork. If you take one bloom, you can break it. But if you join it together, you bend it, he'll stand again. He bend it, he stand again. Because they are together. It's very important. So it's my mandate when I came in as a president, I discovered this. And they have to put things together. It's not easy, it's a hard work. Anybody who wants to serve Nigeria, you must be sincere. It's a hard work. It's a difficult work and it's easy work if you really love them. It's a volunteer service. They don't pay you. Nobody pay you. You must create a program and look for money to organize it. It's not that, oh, they pay you, this money coming every. No, it's a volunteer. So all the activities we have been doing, you see, it's a volunteer. So most of the time, people don't look at it. There are many things that were done in my first tenure. Some group of Nigerians, they come into and to meet me and say, President, we want to know how you spend the Nigerian community money. Because they saw a lot of activities we are doing. We have an independent, when the embassy could not be able to hold, we assisted in 2006. We have sports program, we have picnic, many things, and they are wondering, where is this money coming? And the hall and all those things. And they approach me. About three Nigerians, and they are very active in their own locations. And I sit down, I explain to them, I say, my brother, there is no money. It's just my influence and the God grace. It's just influence, teamwork, and the God grace. And I explained to them how we does it. And they were so shocked. That what made them to join the community. So if you don't explain where to those people, they will always be emotional and they also seeing this fault. But when they are close, you explain to them how things do and how this will work. They will be happy. They will be part of it. They will be part of it. So it's very important for a leader to also to calm down, know how to pass this information to people as they come closer. Just because of people maybe saying things or wrong things or negative against you, you abandon. No. We need to re-educate them and encourage them and re-inform them. It's very important to carry them along.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you for that. Thank you for answering that, sir. Sir, please, someone ask a question. Say, Zubby, ask him about BVN.
Okay, thank you very much for this. The BVN is another project we almost achieved. We almost achieved. It's a challenge that we faced about 2 years ago, even before the World Cup. We pursue it, but we couldn't achieve it then. But finally, just last year, we almost achieved it. Now, the CEO in charge of this BVN and the national ID card, I got in touch with him and he's ready to come to Russia. Now, the situation that we reached an agreement that we want them to establish here to have a permanent office because we have a lot of Nigerians. To be sincere, Nigerians in Russia, we're almost 100,000, even more than 100,000. But only thing, many of them, they were hiding because of some issue, the kind of people they are with, the information they are receiving from them, their mindset, they are afraid of coming out, or, you know, many things you can't see them. Only when the problem that will reach their neck come out, you will begin to know, so these people, they are here. This kind of people, they are here. You see, we are many. I told them, they asked how many of them. I said, we are more than 100 to 150,000. They were so impressed. Because in China, in UK, in US, they did it. Now, the BVM, before there is a price issue here, there is a price issue then. And then when I got this direct contact, they explained everything to me, how it does. Now, in UK, the BVN, then they do it like $45. And in US, $30. And now, in the UK, $30, in US, 30 pounds, US, $45. And here in Russia, based on the exchange. And they accepted to do it. Now, what are we looking for? I approached many people. We are looking for a permanent office where they are going to stay. But I want them to work in hand with the embassy because they connected with the ministry and the immigration. Because there is that BVM and the ID card, there is a particular number. Even before you approve it, it must be sent from the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Immigration. So they need to work in hand, of which immigration officer here have also accepted, and they went also with the ambassador. Ambassador now have also said, why not? Now, how are we going to? The problem is that where are they going to stay so that all Nigerians will have there are many Nigerians who we meet and they provide a place, but the place they provide is not where Nigerians will assemble. Number one, I have to consider Nigerians who cannot be able to go some places because of certain circumstances. You have to consider the people you are leading. There are Nigerians, you can't bring them out, maybe in the center of Moscow, in the Kremlin, just to have a meeting. Because anything can happen. You need to protect the people you are leading. So we consider all these factors. So the BVM is lady, which I may not complete it, but this coming executive, they will follow it. I will give them the whole process, the procedure, and whatever that is needed, and the contact. They will finish it. But the BVM is settled. Only thing is that office where they are going to stay, they have internet, and also they are ready to employ Nigerians here, 2 people who will work in this. And the office where we contain 5 people, like 3 people inside with the 2 officers, where the computer and everything will be. That's what we discussed with the CEO. So those offices need to be also having a direct contact with the embassy, in case of most of the inner or some secret codes that they need to pass in. So all those things, they will do ID card, national ID card, not only BVM. We discuss it, both national ID card is already achieved. In fact, we even arranged that they are going to come this December after we shift again in January. Because of certain circumstances and this thing, lockdown come down with, now we hold on it. But the upcoming executive, I will pass the whole procedure to them. They will complete it. It's not necessary that I will complete it, no. But they will complete it. And even also, what is important that many Nigerians complain also is a 10 years passport, because those who travel a lot, 10 years passport, which immigration officer here, they are putting effort. So that is it.
Say what you could not achieve, you want the next leader to achieve it.
Because you can't achieve, you can't finish what you started. Not everything you started, you can finish. That is the problem most of the times many leaders have. They started, they want to show that I'm the one that started and finished it. It's a problem. You can't. Maybe your time did not permit you, just like now. Time did not permit me because I want to hand over the leadership. Some people want me to continue to stay, but I want to hand over because I have other things to attend. I have made the decision. I said, this leadership, I want other people to take responsibility. I have served you people. So for me,